I sometimes wonder if the human race wants to be deceived by way of Revelation 20, verse 7 to 10. It does make me wonder because it's totally obvious that the facts verify that the second coming of the Lord Jesus Christ occurred in the 7th century. I basically proved that by way of the facts that I list in the name of this YouTube video, actually. I'm calling the name of this YouTube video the name of one of my websites. So, it does make me wonder why the human race wants to be deceived by Satan, alias the God of Israel, according to 2 Samuel 24 verse 1 and 1 Chronicles 21 verse 1, connected to 1 Kings 22 verse 22, and various factions of the books of Enoch, connected to Jude 1 verse 14, and various other factions of the Christian scriptures. There's no doubt that Jehovah is Satan, Sataniel, originally an angel of light, obviously, now an angel of darkness, who's rebelled against the Father of Jesus. But see, my question is, like, when there are literally thousands upon thousands of Christian prophecies that all come to pass in perfect synchronized order, basically perfect synchronized order, connected to Christian prophecy and human historical facts from the 7th century of AD, when there's that many facts that verify that the Lord Jesus Christ came back in the 7th century and his second coming was in the 7th century, then you'd think rational humans would listen to such facts, because a fact means truth. That's the definition to the word fact. But, the Emperor Heraclius receiving a mortal wound that's healed, connected to Revelation 13 verse 3. The great city of Babylon is separated into 3 parts in AD 543, and then eventually it falls in the 7th century. I mean, if you look at human history, there were plagues that took out 1/3 of the human race all through the 7th century and the 6th century. That's what Revelation 9, I believe, says. There's so many facts. The whole book of Daniel, chapter 9 and 10 and 11, those prophecies clearly come to pass too. War breaks out between the Persian and the Byzantine Empire for 100 years, and all sorts of various kings rise up. Does the human race want to be deceived by Satan, connected to Revelation 20 verse 7 to 10? The saints had amazing powers during the Middle Ages, which is clearly the 1,000-year reign of Christ. So St. Nicholas flew through the air with reindeer. That ain't just a legend. When that becomes so widespread, it's obviously the truth. There's even various facts that verify that it actually happened. You just have to look into human history to see. Revelation 20 verse 1 to 10, the saints had amazing powers through the 1,000-year reign, the millennial reign that lasted from around 666 to 1666 AD before Satan was released. And as soon as Satan was released, the train appeared. What a surprise. So humans just got to pay attention to truth, It's just a matter of analyzing the facts properly, that's all. And humans never do analyze the facts properly, so it's too bad that humans can never analyze facts properly. Like I said, I'm going to leave my website here on this YouTube video. And from there, we'll take it from there, to evaluate the truth of Christianity properly. Yep. It does make you consider, when people remind you of the truth, it does bring the truth a little closer, right? So, now, what in the name of all that's holy is this doing now? That's incredible that it decided to stop working right at that moment. So, thanks to the coast, God of Israel, for that too. Something else to thank the coast. It's just amazing that it would stop working at that moment in time. Why do you think evil spirits rule this existence and play this demonic nonsense game of modern technology? It does make you wonder, right?
what we think is falling in love. Is sometimes being led.
Is that an evil spirit? Is that an evil spirit?
Holding on.
Is that an evil spirit?
Till they're running on, taken away. Nothing can live without room to grow. Even the brightest love is gonna fade. Nobody can love that way you want. If their freedom is the price they pay. Talking about love is the capital letter. For the first time, diamonds in the morning dew. Though it feels like falling, it's just opening up and letting love flow through you. You can spend your life with starry eyes and still be too blind to see that you're all wrapped up in your imagination and not with somebody real. When you find out that your love can get twisted and you're hurting in your foolish pride. Whoa, love can only happen with two equal people standing on the side by side. Hear me talking now, love with a capital L. For the first time, diamonds in the morning dew. Though it feels like falling, it's just opening up and letting love flow through you.
Is this a delusion, this life? I don't know. Like Alice in Wonderland? Or Pinocchio or Bambi? Are humans crazy? I think so.
Opening up and letting love through you. And letting love through you. And letting love through you.
Into the void must go the twice blessed, partially angelic man. Seek the hammer, as the seeker Robert Donnelly sought such a hammer before. And the courage to end the corruptions of the golden age, spoken of by Nostradamus in Century 9, Quatrain 17 of his prophecies, and Century 5, Quatrain 41 of his prophecies, which obviously refers to James Donnelly Jr. I explain that in my websites. And the courage to end the corruptions of the golden age, referred to by Enoch in 2 Enoch 33 verses 1 to 12. Find the beginning of where the God of Israel began creating this existence along with the other gods who have now rebelled against the Lord Jesus Christ. And the courage to end, find the beginning of where the God of Israel began to form the goddess Gaia again to his own design, as she now kneels at his feet in heaven, my former spouse. And the courage to end, find the beginning, or death and darkness befall all mankind. And the courage to end, find the beginning. And I sense, according to Century 5, Quatrain 31, that the beginning, where the God of Israel started forming this existence, he ended creating this existence in Israel. That's obvious. That's where he ended creating this existence. But where he started forming this existence, meaning the goddess Gaia and her present formation in the heavens, where he in this universe, basically, where the God of Israel began forming Gaia, meaning Mother Earth, is definitely in Canada somewhere. Nostradamus says a void. And a void is a cold place. Basically, it's referring partially to my firstborn son, Chaos. But a void is a cold place. So that basically, their god Chaos. I believe the god Chaos and the god Zeus are hiding in the sections. Well, not Zeus, pardon me. The god Chaos and the god Thor are hiding in Canada somewhere. And it's in a northern region of Canada. It's in a colder region of Canada. Basically. Is it New Brunswick? I suspect it is. Into the void must go the twice blessed, partially angelic, procreated Son of Jesus. But where exactly is it? Humans had better hope I find it, because if I do not find it, trouble's looming on the horizon for humans. Into the void must go the twice blessed, partially angelic man. Seek the hammer of Thor as the seeker Robert Donnelly sought such a hammer before. And the courage to end find the beginning, or death and darkness befall all mankind. Century 7, Quatrain 68 of the Prophecies of Nostradamus.